Sonic Charge Microtonic is one of the coolest synth drum machine you can get as a VST. And today I wanted to show you how I use it to start like a blank canvas, like how I'm generating random patterns with that just to start something. Now, in order for that to work, you need to download something that's called BeatSpace. You can see it here. And you can download from the Sonic Charge website over here. I will share the link in the description. Basically, this is a plugin that adds a script into Microtonic in a way that it's randomizing both the drum sounds and the patterns. And every time you click on randomizing, it's changed the whole thing. Now, the way I like to use it is actually by using the multi-out version of Microtonic. And I've already created a template for that, so let me show you quickly how this works. So over here you can see I have this template. Basically I have one instance of Microtonic multi-out VST over here on this channel. And then what I'm doing is that I'm actually routing out all the different outputs from Microtonic. And you basically do that by you're creating a new audio channel, selecting Microtonic, and then selecting all the rest of the channels over here. So I have all the channels over here mapped out into Ableton Live separated channels. So now what I basically do is I come to this channel over here, I bring out Microtonic, I select all the channels here, all the audio channels, and I activate them for recording. Now I'm back over here on Microtonic, and when I start to record, it will start to record the first pattern generated by BeatSpace. So let's see what we got here. And I will usually just record 2 bars because I think it's enough. The Microtonic has only 1 bar going on here, so I think 2 bars is enough to manipulate the sound. Now, once I got this first pattern, I will go into the second line, and then I will generate a new randomized pattern and synth sounds, and I will do another record. And like that, I will continue to move on, keeping randomizing this and recording. So now that I got here all these 8 versions, and you can do as much as you want, you really can go nuts with that and go endless, create endless patterns and synth sound. So I'm gonna stop all the clips, and now what I can do is I can mix and match between all the different sound. Let's say I select the sound over here. Sorry, I forgot to mention that first we need to move away from monitoring all the sounds from Microtonic into actually listening to the clips over here. So I do that by changing to either auto or off. So auto will mean that it will switch. If you record, you will sound the monitoring, but if you play the clips, you will hear the clips. If I switch it to off, I will hear only the recorded clips. So let's switch it off for now so we can only hear the clips that I recorded. I don't want to hear the monitor sound coming from the Microtonic. I want to hear only this clip over here. This is kind of a snare or a cymbal. Now I want to match it with something else. So it's a really cool way to expand even more on the randomization of Microtonic and really have all those sorts of percussion sound that I can mix and create new rhythms and basically just manipulate, put effect, and really do a lot of cool stuff with them. Now, another way to get even more randomized is that I can select all the clips and then change here to the clip settings. I can select the launch settings over here and I'll add a follow action. And the follow action will be to play any other clips. So this is really going to be really randomized. So let me show you what I mean. I will close this and let's play all of them together and see how everything has been jumping around, just playing any clips every time one clip is finished. So what I can do with this one, I can just hit the record over here and it will capture and record all these different combinations of clips and patterns. And you can see it here in the arrangement view, how it's being recorded. Say I want it to be until here. So now I got all these different variations which I can decide which one I want to use, or if I want to use a few or mute between them. So it's a really cool way to tackle the blank canvas we usually have when we approach working with the DAW, like with Ableton Live. So if you have Microtonic, this is a great way to use it just to generate all these random ideas and really start something from scratch in a way that can be inspiring and, you know, can take it wherever you feel like taking it. So I hope this quick tip could inspire you to go ahead and create some cool stuff with Microtonic. If you don't have Microtonic, I really recommend getting it. It's a very old, right now it came out, I think, I'm not sure, maybe 10 years ago or more, but it's still one of the best drum synth VST I've ever used. It's so simple, but it's so unique in its sounds, and I think it's a really cool one. So if you get that one, also, as I mentioned, you can get the beat space extension, and there's some other extension that I might talk about in other videos, but I just wanted to focus on this one because the beat space is so unique and interesting. And one thing I didn't mention, I forgot to mention here, is that you can actually modify some of the sounds, and you see how to randomize. So it's really based on all the sorts of algorithms that are based on different patterns, like popular patterns, and they really made it that it's every time it's randomizing, it's matched the sound based on the frequency. So it's really well thought, and it's a really cool algorithm to add to your Microtonic. I hope you enjoyed this one and it inspired you to make some music with Microtonic, some cool stuff, and I will see you in the next video.